church say amen. Let the church say amen. Let the church say amen. Amen. All the sisters say amen. All the sisters say let us turn to the book of Philippians, and the chapter is 4. Philippians chapter 4. Now, on the next 2 Sundays, I will not be here. Amen. Somebody say, oh, amen. Thank y'all for that. That means y'all will miss me.
Amen.
I miss y'all. Amen. We are going to my wife's family reunion, and this is, I believe, this is her grandfather's. He's the only sibling alive. And so Grandpa wants us to be there.
All right.
And so Grandpa's going to take care of us.
All right.
Amen. And so we again ask you to keep us in your prayers. Brother Wagner will be in my stead on that. I want to thank him.
Amen.
In advance. So again, anything that you need, see Brother Wagner. Amen. So he'll, amen, he'll take care of y'all.
Amen.
Amen. That's all right. Anybody need no money. Amen. So if I need advice, we'll see Brother Wagner, and he'll take care of you. So again, I want to thank you in advance for your prayers on today. Philippians chapter 4. Philippians chapter 4. And verse number 4. We'll start there. Verse number 4. Philippians chapter 4 and verse number 4. Here Paul reminds the church at Philippi. He says, rejoice in the Lord always.
Always.
He says, and again I say
rejoice. Amen.
He says, let your moderation be known unto all men. The Lord is at hand. Be careful for nothing, but in everything, by prayer and supplication with thanksgiving.
Yes.
He said, let your requests be made known unto God, and the peace of God, which passes all understanding, shall keep your hearts and minds through Christ Jesus.
Amen.
Finally, brethren, whatsoever things are true, whatsoever things are honest, whatsoever things are just, whatsoever things are pure, whatsoever things are lovely, whatsoever things are of good report, if there be any virtue, and if there be any praise, think on these things.
Amen.
Those things which we have both learned and received, and heard and seen in me do, and the God of peace shall be with you. I like that.
Amen.
The God of peace shall be with you.
Yes.
We've been talking in the series, How to Live a Less Stressful Life. Amen. Y'all all right? How to live a less stressful life.
Man.
There is no doubt that many of us have come in here today who have a lot of stuff on our hearts.
Amen.
Amen. We got a lot of stuff on the mind. We have allowed certain things to, to interrupt our relationship with the Lord because of what is on the mind and on the heart.
Amen.
So what we have to learn how to do as people of God is learn how to do what God says and therefore receive the blessing of peace. Amen. Because when you have peace, amen, you ain't gonna have no stress.
Amen.
Come on, somebody. The point that we're trying to get to is the place of peace.
Amen.
And because we know that the God of all peace, amen, that God will be with us.
Amen.
When we seek peace. One of the things we talked about, if you're going to have live a less stressful life, is number one, you got to learn how to do what? Y'all don't remember?
Yeah.
Rejoice. Amen. You have to learn to find joy in everything.
Amen.
If you don't learn how to rejoice, you will be stressed.
Amen.
As we said before, it's all right to be concerned, amen, about certain things, but never let that concern turn into worry.
Amen.
And then never let the worry turn into stress. Is that right?
Amen.
Because stress is a silent killer. Amen. And you don't want to die off of stress.
Amen.
Amen, somebody. You don't want to. And so what you got to learn is to get a strategy, Brother Tex, as to how am I going to be less stressful. Because the less stress I have, the more effective I can be as a child of God. The less stress that I have, the more effective I can be as a wife, amen, somebody, as a husband, as a child, as a parent. The less stress I have, the more effective I can be on my job. Amen, somebody. But we have to learn that there must be a strategy. There must be things that we need to implement in order to get to the place where I am less stressed.
Amen.
As I said before, somebody said it, we are too blessed
To be stressed.
to be stressed.
Amen.
And God had given us blessings that we ought to appreciate. Amen. And that's why we ought to not look at what we don't have. We ought to be looking at the blessings that we do have.
Amen.
Amen, somebody. And so it's important that we learn to take off the stuff that's on the mind, take off the things that are bothering us, and we got to learn how to give it over to the Lord. Amen, somebody. No wonder Peter says to cast all your what?
Cares
upon him, because he cares
for you.
Right before that, he simply said, humble yourself under the mighty hand of God, and he will what? Exalt you in due time. We got to learn that if you want to be less stressed, wait on the Lord.
Amen.
Amen, somebody. The reason why we are so stressed is because we have not learned how to wait on God.
Amen.
Amen. We want to try to get it right here and right now. But we got to learn that things takes time.
Amen.
Blessings take time. Well, your goals take time. Amen, somebody. Don't be stressed about your goals. You're going to get there. Amen. Don't allow, amen, the things to get in your way of your goals. Amen, somebody. And so therefore, you have to learn to humble yourself. God will bless you when God gets ready. God will bless you when he says you are ready to receive his blessings. Amen, somebody. Then he says, rejoice in the Lord. In other words, you ought to find at least something in God to rejoice about. If you can't rejoice about, come on somebody, about what you have, be thankful that you do have the Lord.
Amen.
You may not have physical things. but you got spiritual faith. And so
Amen.
you got to learn how to find joy in that. Well, let's move on. He said, let your moderation be known unto all men. The Lord is at hand. The second thing that you got to do is learn how to be gentle.
Yes.
Amen. We mentioned that last time. We have to, last evening, learning how to be gentle is a way to be less stressful.
Amen.
Come on, somebody. I'm going to show you how. Because if I am gentle, if I have a gentle spirit, amen, somebody, then that takes off the stuff that I have on my mind that, amen, that I'm thinking about you.
Amen.
Amen, somebody. I have to learn how to be gentle. Amen. We need a society that needs to learn how to be
Gentle.
amen.
Amen.
See, if your mind is the opposite of gentle, then your life is going to be filled with drama.
All right.
Come on, somebody. Then your life will be chaotic. And a chaotic mind, and a mind that is in chaos all the time, is a mind that's not going to be at peace.
Amen.
So I have to learn. I don't know about. See, we have to stop looking at the situation.
Yes.
Stop looking at the people. Stop looking at situations. Learn how to be gentle with my amen by myself. Amen.
Amen.
Because I need the person. I need to be the one that's gentle. I don't know about you, Tex. You may not ever be gentle, but I need to be gentle. Amen.
Right.
Because it's for me. I need to be at peace.
Amen.
Come on, somebody. I need to be at peace. Amen. And so if I'm at peace, amen, somebody, then I'm going to be more effective in how I carry out my life as a child of God. Because my responsibility is to God, number one. And God is saying we need to learn how to be gentle men.
Amen.
Amen. That both men and women, amen, need to know how to be gentle. If you want to be called a gentle man, you got to learn how to be gentle.
Amen.
Come on, somebody. We got folks who are calling for a gentleman, but you ain't gentle.
All right now.
Come on, somebody. We need some husbands who are gentle. Amen. Amen. How you talk to your spouse. Amen, somebody. How we talk to one another is all about gentle. The Bible says, let your speech be always with what? Grace. Seasoned with salt.
Yes.
We need to learn how to be gentle with one another. Don't be rough with one another. Come on, somebody. But learn how to be gentle in spirit. Because if you are gentle in spirit, you're going to be gentle in your actions.
Amen.
And the reason why folk are not gentle in their actions towards you is because they're not first gentle in their heart.
Amen.
See, the mind has to be gentle.
Yes.
The mind has to be gentle because the mind needs to be at peace.
Amen.
And if the mind is not at peace, then amen, somebody. I'm sorry for some of y'all. Amen. Amen. Who have to deal with some of us who ain't got no gentleness in the heart because all you're going to do is fuss all the time.
All right now.
Amen. And rough me up all the time because I'm not doing this or I ain't done that or amen, somebody. But you got to learn even when I mess up,
All
you still got
right.
to be gentle with me.
Amen.
Come on, somebody. Even when I mess up, you got to learn how to be gentle with me because if you don't learn how to be gentle with me, you'll hurt me more. Come on,
Amen.
somebody. So we have to learn. If we want to be less stressed, we have to learn how to have a gentle heart.
Yes.
A gentle heart. That means you got to take time. You don't know what gentle is. Come on. Amen. Come on over here, baby. Amen. Come on, Sam. Amen. I know she don't want to do this. But come on, baby. Amen. Come on over here. Come on. Sam. Come on, baby. I know she don't want to. Amen. She think I'm going to do something crazy. I ain't going to do nothing crazy. Amen. Come on, baby.
Come on, Sam.
Amen. Come on, baby. Let me use you as my prop today. Amen. She's shy. Y'all just know she's shy. Amen. So if I'm going to handle my baby, I have to learn how to,
All right now.
Come on, somebody. I have to learn how to be gentle with her. I have to learn if I'm going to talk to her about some things. I got to learn how to rub her hands, Mama. Amen. I gotta be gentle. Come on, somebody. I have to, thank you, baby.
All right, Brother Ambris. Amen. Teach us. Teach us.
Come on, y'all. Amen. I have to learn that what I'm about to say to her, she may not be able to receive it.
Amen.
But when I grab that hand and I start, amen, rubbing on her shoulder, she'll be able to receive what I'm about to say. So I have to be gentle, amen. You got to be gentle to everybody that you come in contact with. Now, you may not do all that, amen, but you at least got to come to them in the spirit that says to them, I ain't trying to get at you. I ain't trying to tap you. I'm simply trying to help you. I'm trying to be a more, amen, I'm trying to have a kind of spirit that you'll be able to receive what I'm about to say.
Yeah, preach.
Learn, church, if we are going to deal with our children, we got to learn how to be gentle with our children.
Amen.
We got to learn how to be gentle with folk who make mistakes in their life. Why? Because you have come to the point where you understand that you have made mistakes too.
Amen.
Come on, somebody. And when you learn that you have made mistakes too, you're going to come to that person gentle.
Amen.
Somebody, and you're going to come in such a way where they're going to receive you, and you coming, not roughing them up.
All right now.
Come on, somebody.
Preach.
You know, we need to learn in the church how to be gentle with people.
Amen.
Amen. Some folks are fragile. They can't take all this.
All right.
Amen. They can't take all this cussing and fussing.
Yeah.
So you got to learn how to be gentle with them. I'm going to have somebody after a while, because what happens is that when you are not gentle, then the mind gets to racing.
All right
Then
now.
the mind gets to come up with all kinds of chaos and things that will mess up your peace. Amen, somebody. So you got to learn how to be gentle.
Amen.
And you have a gentle spirit, and you and the Lord is working on you. I guarantee you, you have a life of peace. Amen. Coupled with rejoicing in the Lord and thanking God for Jesus Christ. Amen, somebody. He said, let your moderation be known unto all men. The Lord is at hand.
Amen.
That means you got to act that the Lord is about to come. That's how we got to behave. We got to learn how God is at hand. He's near. And we have to learn to act the way as if the Lord is near.
Amen.
We have to learn how to rejoice. We have to learn how to be gentle. And that way we are able to have a peace.
All right.
That surpasses all understanding.
All
Amen,
understanding. Amen.
As we hasten very quickly, he said, be careful for nothing, but in everything, by prayer and supplication, with thanksgiving. The next thing he got to learn how to do is don't worry.
All right.
Amen, somebody. Don't worry. Be happy.
All right.
Y'all all right? Bobby McFerrin, amen. You got to learn how not to worry. When you are worrying
Yes, sir.
takes a lot out of you.
Yes, sir.
Come on,
Amen.
somebody. Worrying takes a lot out of you.
Amen.
When you are anxious, when you are worried about something, what happens to your mind is in disarray.
All right.
Come on, somebody.
All right,
your
now.
mind is in chaos when you are worried, because you got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. Come on, somebody.
All
you
right.
got all this stuff on your mind.
Yeah.
And your mind can function with a lot of stuff on it.
All right now.
Come on, somebody. Your mind cannot function with everybody's issues on your mind. You got to learn how to take it off of your mind
Amen.
and put it on the Lord.
Amen.
We got to learn how, amen, to let the Lord
Yes.
be the one to take care of our issues.
Amen.
Whatever our difficulty is, guess what? The Lord will take care of it. But we got to have faith.
That's it.
And we got to trust God. And he's going to do that. The problem is we don't trust the Lord.
Amen.
We feel that we got to go and handle our own problems. And when you start handling your own problems, you're going to mess up every time. Because your problems will, amen, if you don't handle your problems will handle you. But you got to learn how to put your problems in the Lord's hands.
Amen.
You got to give it over to the Lord, because only the Lord can do with it that something that we can't even do.
Amen.
And the Lord sees everything that you're going through. There is not an issue. There is not a problem that you have that the Lord doesn't see that you're going through it. But sometimes we got to learn how to take it off. Don't worry about it. He said what you got to learn how to do is in everything you got to learn how to pray to God about it. Amen, somebody.
Amen.
You don't necessarily have to try to do something about it yourself, but you can learn. If I just go to God in prayer, if I just tell the Lord all about it, the Lord will bless me to get through it. God will give me the strength that I need in order to survive it. What I've got to learn to do is have a prayer life.
Yes.
With the Lord, I learn, amen, somebody, how to pray. Amen, somebody.
Amen.
Learn how to pray. It's beneath us if we don't learn that when we're going through something, to learn how to tell the Lord about it. We got to learn how to tell God about it, because guess what? God knows the problems better than we know it.
Amen.
God can see the problem better than we can see it.
Amen.
God knows everything that we're going through.
Yes.
And we got to learn, if we're going to be less stressful in life, learn how to take it to the Lord.
In prayer. In prayer.
Take your burdens to the
Lord
Lord
in
and
prayer. Leave it there.
Leave them there. Learn how to leave it there. Don't try to pick it up. Talk to God about it. Say, Lord, I need you. I'm dependent on you. I need you to take care of this, because I can't take care of it. But I need to be able to function for you. I need to be able to still have my joy and my peace, so that I can be a help and an example and do the will and do your work. I can't do your work with all this stress on my heart.
Amen.
I can't do your bidding with all of this stuff on my mind. I need you to take care of it. And I guarantee you, church, that if we take it to the Lord and leave it there, God is going to take care of it for us. The song said, be not dismayed.
Yes.
Whatever time.
Yes.
God will what?
Take care
of you. Beneath his wings of love abide. God
will
take
care of
now
you.
watch this, what Paul said. He didn't say that you're not going to have any problems.
Amen.
All right.
He didn't say that you're not going to have issues. All he's saying is that in the midst of it, in the midst of it, learn how to pray to God.
Amen.
See, because when I talk to God about stuff, I'm not going to cuss.
All right now.
Come on, somebody. But if I talk to you about it, I might cuss.
All right now.
Come on, somebody. Huh? See, if I talk to God about it, but the more I talk to you about it, the more you ain't going to understand what I'm saying.
Amen.
The more frustrated I'm going to get. And the more, come on, somebody. Because have you ever tried to talk to somebody about something?
Yeah.
Amen, and they still ain't getting it.
That's right.
And the more they ain't getting it, the more frustrated they become.
Yes.
And the more frustrated they become, the more cussing you want to do. Amen.
All right.
Amen.
Woo.
So
Hallelujah.
don't learn. You got to talk to God first.
Yes.
You got issue with
In
somebody,
all
talk
thy
to God
ways,
first.
acknowledge God.
If you talk to the
Yes.
Lord first, I guarantee you, he'll give you the strength you need to be able to be gentle.
Yes.
When you do eventually go and talk to somebody.
Say it,
Amen.
preacher.
So you got to learn how to be careful for nothing. Amen. For he said, but in everything by prayer and what?
Supplication.
What is supplication? Supplication simply is that specific thing.
Yes.
That specific kind of prayer that you would do, because you want to be specific.
Yes.
Hold on, somebody. You got to learn how to be specific. You got to learn how to tell the Lord, Lord, I got somebody that is constantly attacking me.
All right now.
I need you to deal with it.
Yes.
And Lord, if you just give me the strength, I can handle them.
Yes.
But it's bothering me. It's messing me up.
All right now.
Have you ever had something on your mind that's gnawing at you?
All right.
Amen. Somebody have been something that have been chipping on you, and it has been causing you some pain.
All right now.
And some agony. Those are the things you got to learn how to take to the Lord.
Yes.
Amen. You got to learn how to take it to the Lord.
Yes.
If you don't take it to the Lord, those things will constantly be on your mind.
Yes, yes.
And when your mind is filled with all of that stuff, you're going to become intoxicated.
All right now.
And when you become intoxicated, that means you're going to get drunk.
All right.
Amen. So y'all know what drunken, amen. Some of y'all were drunk last night. Amen.
All right now.
But you know how to, but you learn how you know what it is like, amen.
Yeah.
I think I told you all several times I was 9 years old when I first got drunk, amen.
All right now.
Amen. And I got up and I was dancing, Brother Tex, at the party, amen. And I was dancing, and I didn't know what I was doing. I was falling down every time I tried to get up, amen. I knocked over the centerpiece table,
all right,
and broke a couple ornaments on the table, amen, because I didn't know what I was doing.
Yeah.
Amen, somebody. When you are drunk, and when drunkenness comes into your mind, you are going to be intoxicated, and you're not going to know what you're doing. Amen, somebody. And you're going to have what you call a hangover, amen, the next day, and you done cussed somebody out yesterday, they didn't even know you did it. Amen, somebody. But somebody had to tell you you did.
All right.
Come on, somebody. That's what problems and issues will do for you. It will make you so intoxicated that you can't even function.
Yes.
You can't even function. And sometimes you hurt people, don't even know you hurt somebody.
Well.
You're mean to somebody, didn't even know you were mean to them.
Yes.
In research, we have to learn, if we want to have joy, if we want to have peace, here is the strategy. Here is the strategy. Learn how to rejoice in the Lord. Learn how to don't worry about anything. If God can take care of a bird, He can take care of us.
Yes.
Do you ever see a bird having to worry about something?
No.
All they do is flying around eating stuff.
That's it. And
That's all they do.
And being joyful.
They on telephone poles, wires.
Minding their own business.
And they're singing. Come on, somebody.
Yeah.
They're singing why? Because they don't have a care in this world.
That's right.
That's the way that God wants you and I to be. He wants us to live in such a way where we don't have a care in this world.
Amen.
And we ain't worried about anything. He wants us to grow up and be beautiful on the inside.
Yes.
Because He knows that when we are beautiful on the inside, that we are able to handle the stuff on the outside.
Amen.
Because the stuff on the outside is what's making us all, amen, drama, feeling, and chaos.
Amen.
But we got to learn how to not worry about anything, but trust God to do it. And He says, with thanksgiving, never forget that. Amen.
Yes.
Sometimes we always want to ask God for stuff, but never want to thank Him.
Yes.
Amen. You gotta learn how to have a thankful heart, y'all. Amen. Somebody don't you, amen. Don't you hate when your kids always asking you for stuff? And never thankful for what you gave them.
All right.
Amen. Somebody. You know, they eating the food and all. And they ain't even finished with the plate they got. Come on, somebody. And yet they want more food.
All right.
Don't you hate when your kids do that? You got food already on the plate. It's there. You ain't through eating it yet. But yet you want some more. Sometimes we got the food right here God has given us.
Yes. All right now.
We want more food. But we ain't thankful for the food that we already have.
Amen.
That'll stress anybody out. Because the more you get, the more you want. That's how your flesh works. The more you get whatever it is you want, the more. The flesh is greedy. Did y'all know that? Your flesh, my flesh, is greedy. The more we get, the more we want. That's why folk are stressed out. I've never understood how upon all, from January to June, everybody broke. But July 4th comes.
All right now.
And somehow or another, you find it in your some way to buy some firewood.
Yeah, but I didn't.
Spend thousands of dollars on some firewood.
Yes.
For 4th of July and the 5th of July, you broke.
All right now.
Come on, somebody. See, to me, only the rich folk can afford that kind of stuff.
Uh-huh.
I wish I had somebody. See, because you're taking your bill money.
Yes.
All right.
I ain't got nothing against no fireworks.
Right.
I'm just saying. How can we do that?
Uh-huh.
And yet don't have no money the next day?
Yes.
But it makes sense to me. You ought to keep that money, that thousands of dollars you spend on the fireworks.
Right.
Come on, y'all all right?
All right now.
Now look, I ain't mad at nobody. No. The Brother Ambris said it. No, I'm just saying. If we learn how to manage what we have and thank God for what we have,
Amen.
we will be less stressed. Now, maybe you can afford it. If you can afford it, fine.
Amen.
But there are people who I know can't afford it.
Mm-hmm.
And yet, they are still able to do it. My point is, don't try to get all the time and not strategize in what you already have.
Mm-hmm.
And God has blessed you with money already, you already have. As a matter of fact, don't take the, amen, don't go shopping for clothes when you already have clothes.
All right.
I'm trying to help somebody.
Ma'am.
And don't do what you see other folks do.
Man.
Right.
See, other folks can go shopping and still have money. You can't.
Ma'am.
Amen. Amen. You still, sometimes we want to keep up with the Joneses.
All right.
You can't shop like your sister and your mama and them. They got money.
All right.
You got to learn that you broke.
Ma'am.
So you stay home.
Yes.
Amen, somebody. You stay home. Let them shop. Amen. You can't do that like you see other folks do. That's why we stress. Because now, here comes the bill.
Yes.
And I'm stressed how I'm going to pay this bill
Right.
And you don't spend.
that I made
Ma'am.
because I want what they had. Amen.
All right now.
Come on, somebody. I'm going to try to help somebody along here. See, we got to learn, if we want to be less stressed, be thankful.
Amen.
Ma'am.
Be thankful for your husband. Be thankful for your wife.
Amen.
Be thankful for your children.
Amen.
They're not all that they need to be,
Amen.
but be thankful for them. We got brothers and sisters in here. We need to be thankful for one another.
Amen.
Amen. We need to be thankful for each other because we need each other.
Amen.
Everybody in here is not at the level of faith that they
Amen.
need to be. Don't talk about them.
Mm-hmm.
Don't down them.
Amen.
Don't ridicule them.
Amen.
Love them.
Amen.
Come on, somebody. Learn how to love folk wherever they are.
Amen.
You may not like where they are, but that ain't your business. Let God deal with them.
Amen.
Let God bless them when God gets ready. Let them grow the way and the level in which they need to grow. All you and I need to do is love them.
Amen.
And I guarantee you, when you learn to love folk where they are, you'll be less stressful.
Yes.
Because the reason why we are stressed about it, because amen. And as a matter of fact, you got to learn how to give everybody the same love.
Amen.
Because that way, nobody can attack you by saying, well, you didn't love me the way you love that person.
All right.
Give everybody the what? The same love.
Yes.
And let me explain this because I don't want anybody to get the wrong idea that the same way husband and wife love each other that we ought to give that out. Amen. That's not the love we're talking about. We're talking about agape love.
Yes.
We're talking about that love that lasts.
Yes.
Amen. Somebody said, make it last forever.
Amen.
Who's that? Amen. You're going to have a love that lasts forever. And the love that lasts forever is not a romantic kind of love. It's an agape kind of love. It's a staying power kind of love. What makes you stay in your marriage is not the romantic love. Amen, somebody. It's the
Gap. Man.
y'all got it. Amen. It's the agape love.
Yes. Yes.
It's a love that's sacrificial.
Yeah.
It's a love that's unconditional.
Yeah.
And it's a love that is visible.
Yes.
That's the agape love that we need to have for one another. And when we learn how to give that love to everybody, we will be less stressful. And we don't care who it is. You could hurt me now, you could hurt me whatever. You can talk about me. You get the same love as Tex. You get the same love as Nathaniel. Come on, somebody. But if I'm sitting up here trying to figure out whether or not Tex loved me or whether or not Nathaniel loves me, so that would determine whether or not I give them the same. Come on, somebody. I'm going to be stressed.
Amen.
Because I have no choice but to love my enemies and to love everybody regardless of what they're doing to me.
Amen.
That's why I will rejoice in regardless of what I'm going through, because I know that the joy that I have, that y'all didn't give it to me, Tex.
Amen.
Huh? You didn't give it to me, Nathaniel. And I have my joy, and you can't take it away. So you're going to act up anytime you get ready. I'm still going to love you regardless of how you act towards me. And that will help me to be less stressful. And I'm not sitting up in my bed crying about what you did to me. I ain't crying about what you said about me.
Amen.
I'm still thanking God just for you. And I'm going to pray for you. And I'm going to let the Lord and the Holy Spirit lead, guide me into the direction that God wants me to go. I ain't got time to be sitting up in my bed crying about stuff that you've done to me.
Amen.
I ain't got no time for it.
Amen.
You gotta learn how to go to bed and snore and sleep.
All right now.
And let the Lord handle you.
Yeah.
Amen. You gotta let the Lord handle some folk. Because the Lord can handle folk better than we can.
Yes.
Amen, somebody. You think all that cussing you did is going to make them change?
No.
Amen. All that's going to do is make them cuss you back.
All right now.
Y'all all right? Amen. So you have to remember, I'm trying to help. I'm not going to get through all of this, but I just want to, I'm going to stop right here. I'll pick up when I come back. But I'm trying to help you. I think this is enough.
Amen.
I think this is enough for y'all to get your peace. Because he says, and the peace of God that surpasses all understanding shall
keep your heart and mind.
Keep your heart
and mind.
You know what that heart and mind is as I close? Your heart and mind is how you think and how you feel.
Yes.
That's what that means. Your heart and your mind. He's using your mind to be feelings. Because part of your mind is your feelings.
Yeah.
Your emotions. Part of your mind is your, and everybody in here know that when you go over something, your feelings get affected. Your emotions, you get emotional when you are going through. You are made up of emotion, will, and intellect.
Yes.
And when something happens in your life, your emotions get affected. That's why we cry. That's why we laugh. When something happens to us, we have emotion. We are emotional people. But what you don't want to do is get to the place where the problems that you're having affect you emotionally, where you then allow the emotions to control how you respond to other people or respond